So that's ironic, right? We, as a human being, we want to be seen. And on the other side, if there is one thing we don't want when we strongly or successfully position ourselves, is that we're going to be seen, that we're going to be noticed, that we're going to be different. Lady, a new episode of the podcast for female leaders. I'm going to talk about a weird contradiction in position yourself for success. It's very funny, it's ironic, it's about being seen. Because there is a strong desire when you want to position yourself for success, for your ambition, for whatever you want to achieve. Then you need to be seen. You need to be seen for who you are. You need to be seen for what you're good at. You need to be seen for your ambition. And the other side of positioning yourself is the fact that you are going to be seen more compared to your current situation. And that's something we don't like because we don't want to be seen. We don't want to draw attention. We don't want to claim space. It's weird, huh? It's weird. And I explain why it's so weird, because it comes from two totally different parts of yourself. Let's start with the human being in general. So let's make it big. In general, we want, as people, we want to be seen. I once heard Oprah Winfrey say something. I don't know if it was actually hers or somebody else, but I've heard it from her. And she said, when a child enters the room and you as a parent or a grown-up are there, do your eyes light up when this child enters the room? And for the child, that's the only thing it needs. For someone's eyes lighting up when you enter a room, because then you're seen. You're seen. The kid feels seen, feels, okay, I'm allowed. I can be here. I'm seen. And of course, I think in so many cases, and you don't need to grow up in a total chaos around you to not be seen. You can grow up in a loving area, in a loving environment, without truly being seen. So that's how important it is. I once had a psychologist being my customer, my coachee. It was a bit weird because she had so many more years of studying compared to me on this subject, but it doesn't matter. I told her later. And it was fine. She chose me. So there is something she wants to learn from me. That's how I think. And when I pull myself down with weird thoughts. So I was talking to her about this, and she said a lot of times when her customer enters, her coachee or whatever you call it, enters, it's about not being seen when they were a child. And that's the thing, we want to be seen. And that's also a strong desire, huh? The desire is still there. I want to be acknowledged. I want to be rewarded. I want to be appreciated. I want to be all from other people. That's what we found so important. And it all relates back to being seen. I want to be seen. I want somebody to see me. And preferably, well, something like that. You know what I mean? For who you truly are. For who you truly are. I'm not going to go in the part that you have to see yourself for who you truly are first. I saved that for another podcast episode. But the other side, it's more towards ego side, which sounds weird because when we talk about ego, often we think of, oh, look at me, how fantastic I am. I'm this monkey, big orang-utang on a rock, and see me, how fantastic I am. Often we relate ego to this orang-utang, whatever you say it in English, but I guess also you understand what I'm trying to say here. in a lot of words. But that's one side of ego part. Ego is there to protect you. And for some people, it means protect insecurity by overreacting. You know what I mean? So to say, I'm not leaving any vulnerability here. I'm really good. I'm truly good. And you have to see it. And if there is a little hole in this thing around me, then I need to protect it by maybe attacking in a certain, or protecting myself. But there is also another side of ego. Because ego really loves to keep you where you are. And if your strategy is to play small, if your strategy is to be truly, really, really, really good in what you're doing, that's a completely different strategy, but from the same cause. You want to be seen. And your strategy to be seen is to be really, really good. And if those are the women I work with, right? But I don't think I have to explain. If from there you want to step up and make yourself more visible, then often the reason what women like or really truly do not like about positioning yourself is then that they're going to be seen, and people see me, and I have to prove it that I'm good enough to make the next step. And which is a silly conversation in your head, because of course you're freaking good enough. I don't even have to know you personal to know that you are really, 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 really good in what you are, in what you do, in who you are, what you achieve, in your results. So that's ironic, right? We, as a human being, we want to be seen. It's like we do survive without being seen, but the way to survive is a bit harder. And on the other side, if there is one thing we don't want when we strongly or successfully position ourselves, is that we're going to be seen, that we're going to be noticed, that we're going to be different from other people, that we are maybe even better than other people. Not better in right or wrong, but better in excellence, maybe a better word to use, that we're excellent. And so it's good to be aware of these things, because truly, from nature, you want to be seen. You want to be seen, you want to be acknowledged. And it's your ego, it's the way you picked up things, it has become your strategy to not be seen. Or not be seen enough, or not be seen for who you truly are, or where you truly make an impact. And once you realize that, often it helps you to more easy, to more to effortless position yourself, to effortless claim your position. And and by realizing that, I hope you give yourself some slack on the critical part in you, that you act normal, or don't get back to this point because you've told already so many times. Why do you need to push it? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you're? No. If you truly have the desire for people to see you for who you really are, that is the side you're gonna have to pick. And it starts, that's what I talked about before, it starts, of course, with you. If you see yourself truly for who you are, what you do, right, wrong, good, bad, excellent, could be better, it doesn't matter. See yourself, appreciate yourself for who you truly are. See yourself in the first place, and trust me. Well, you don't have to trust me, just go and do. Experience it yourself. The way people look at you, is going to change. It is going to change. And it's weird. It's weird because that happens also when women are in my program. For example, sometimes a reason to join my program is for women to they have a new position in a current organization. So there is a lot of people who know you for your old position with less responsibility. So you have to change. You have to help people to change their point of view on you. And once we do that, she takes action. It works. It works. And sometimes the way people see you or see her in this example goes faster than the way she sees herself. So all things that she wanted are happening. She wants to be seen for the new responsibility that she has, for her leadership role. She wants to be seen like that. And it happens. And then she's like, OMG, people see me for this new role so soon already. So soon already. But I'm not even sure if I'm doing the right thing in here. She does. She does because people see her already, and so it works out. It works out perfectly fine. Only she's a bit behind. She has to take some steps herself to match how people see her and how she sees herself, how she experiences herself. Anyway, enough about this subject. I hope it gave you, it helps you giving yourself permission to be seen by others in exactly the way you are. And again, I don't have to know you, how amazing you are. Thank you for listening. And again, if you have a friend, your mom, your daughter, maybe a colleague who could use exactly these words, please share. Please share this podcast episode and make the world a more equal place for women. Thank you.